president here today, because he has assumed duty as the substantive vice chancellor of this great university. We have a lot of success stories to tell. A lot.
Hail, hail, Ekiti State University. Eksu.
This was a clear statement by the revered Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the first premier of Western Region Nigeria that gave birth to what has today metamorphosed to Ekiti State University, Eksu. For the people of Ekiti and Ondo, otherwise known as the Old Ondo State, the birth of an indigenous university was long overdue, having earned the sobriquet of the land of professors, with the general belief in Nigeria that education is the major industry of the people. The idea to establish the university was also greeted with criticism from a few quarters who felt that the state was not buoyant enough to run a university. The conception of Ekiti State University at Ekiti dates back to 14th January 1981, when the then governor of Old Ondo State, Chief Michael Adekunle Ajashin, as part of the 4th National Development Plan, announced the intention of the government to establish a state-owned university. This led to the setting up of a 16-member planning committee headed by Emeritus Professor Oladipo Olujimi Akinkugbe Edoyen of Medicine. The committee came up with an approved recommendation for a multi-campus university with Ado-Ekiti as the main campus and the others to be sited in Akure, Ijeru-Ekiti, Ikare-Akoko, Ikare-Ekiti, Ikole-Ekiti, Okitipupa, Ondo, and Owo. And in September 1981, another committee headed by the renowned historian Professor Adebanji Stephen Akintoye was set up to review the recommendation of the Akinkugbe Committee on the location of disciplines. The university was originally named Obafemi Awolowo University, situated on 3,500 hectares of land, approximately 12 kilometers north of Ado-Ekiti, capital city of Ekiti State, Nigeria. February 1982, the law establishing the university was passed by the Old Ondo State House of Assembly, and Professor Ifedayo Oladapo, a professor of civil engineering, was appointed as the first vice-chancellor. Chief Benjamin Afolabi Ajayi, a distinguished educationist and former commissioner in the defunct Western Region, as chairman governing council, while Mr. J.G.O. Adebite was appointed as the first registrar. The then visitor to the university, Chief Michael Adekunle Ajashin, at the inauguration of the governing council, envisioned that the institution will aim at fulfilling the traditional role of manpower development, relevant research, consultancy and extension services, whilst at the same time addressing itself to the developmental problems of the state. The first Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ifedayo Oladapo, officially assumed office on 1st April 1982, re-echoing the vision of the founding fathers as a university that will provide innovative educational programs of high standard, and a university that will serve as a custodian, promoter and propagator of the state's social and cultural heritage. The university took off from the old catering rest house in Akure and moved to a temporary site in Ado-Ekiti in November 1983 and went for facilities located in several places. The Odoba of Ado-Ekiti, Chief Alex Ajayi, voluntarily and joyfully released his personal building at 33 Aremo Street, Ado-Ekiti, to be used as the central administrative building.
The vice chancellor saw me in Akure one day and told me about it. I was flabbergasted. You can't start investing in Ado-Ekiti. You have no place. So I decided in my mind that I would donate to them my mansion in which we are now. And when I sent him a letter, copied the governor, At that time, the sports council was in this building, which we are now. As the government of EKITI, of Ondo State, only the two institutions, and the sports council can go to the field, the stadium, and the rest can take over. And the VC was very excited. He came to this building, saw it, liked it, and was very, very, very superlative about it. So he asked me how much I was going to take. I said, no, if I died now, I would not take the house of heaven. He could take it and use it as long as he wanted. He was very excited. And that house blessing took over the building. Within a month, we were inside here. It was an easy transition. I gave him a letter on, I think it was July 27th. We saw in June, and within a month, the house had become part of the best.
Christ School at EKITI released its former highest school certificate HSC classes to the university for the use of science students as classrooms and laboratories. A 3-story building owned by Mrs. Jinadu was rented for use as library and faculty's offices. Chief J.E. Babatola's Ajita Didon Nursery Primary School compound at Opopoboro along Iworoko Road was rented to later serve as the university's main campus and lecture rooms.
There were only 3 bungalows. When we came in '82, we were even shortly between Akure and Ado looking for where to start a university. We were not given a compound to begin with. We looked for places all over the town. I don't know where you know about that. In fact, so Christ School gave us some of the laboratories which we used. One woman gave us a place which we used for library. Then Ajita was there. So we were moving from one place to the other.
Because without the structures, there wouldn't be the space to teach the students. Because I observed there was a time students were peeping through the window. There were no places for them to sit.
136 students were the first set admitted through the Joint Matriculation Board, made up of 46 students each in the faculties of Social Sciences and Sciences, as well as 44 in the Faculty of Arts.
Many of those who first, second, third, fourth set, most of them are now professors. And they are the people I know who are calling the shots in Ekiti State University now. They were well grounded and they were able to compete favorably when they finished their first degree.
The build-up to the university's first matriculation ceremony was full of anxiety and euphoria. A very brief and impressive ceremony, it was held in March 1983 at the Assembly Hall of the Ajita Didun temporary campus of the university.
The university was small. All the buildings were functional blocks, like classroom blocks. The Omalayo building, which is one of the flagship buildings now, was started but far from being completed. The second vice chancellor was in office. Everything was small. Students were not paying any type of fees. Running of the university was difficult because the money was coming in triples.
Recruitment of full-time academic staff proved challenging, as many of the academics were generally reluctant to quit their secured jobs for what they regard as uncertain future, more so in a new university still trying to find its feet with little infrastructure.
Then Vice Chancellor Oladapo was moving around the existing universities, renowned universities. Benin, University of Benin, UNILAG, where he came from, he was a professor of civil engineering, specializing in structural engineering from UNILAG. University of Ife, University of Ibadan, University of Ilorin, to scout for permanent staff. Those who could not come on permanent basis, they were coming on sabbatical. Those who could not come on sabbatical or permanent basis, they were coming on part-time.
As at the time, all that the campus could boast of were 2 blocks of classrooms and a hall that could at best accommodate 100 students. One of the teething problems that the institution had to contend with was the non-residential and non-catering policy, which of course left the students to make arrangements for their own accommodation outside the campus. As part of efforts to translate the dream of the founding fathers to reality was the announcement of 30th March of every year as the university's foundation and convocation day, which commenced in 1983 at the permanent site with the turning of the sword and the launch of a 10 million naira endowment fund. With the takeover of the reign of governance in Nigeria by the military and the appointment of a military governor in Ondo State, the name of the university was changed by the military government under Commodore Michael Bamidele Otiko to Ondo State University at Ekiti, Osoa. And again, with the bifurcation of the old Ondo State from where Ekiti State was created in 1996, the name of the university was changed to University of Ado-Ekiti, UNAD, in November 1999. That was not to be the final change. By 2010, after the assumption of office of Governor Kayode Fayemi, the convocation of the Ekiti State Education Summit recommended that Ekiti State needed only one university that would be nurtured to a world-class standard. Consequently, the three erstwhile state-owned universities in Ekiti State, University of Ado-Ekiti, UNAD, the University of Education, EKITI, TUNEDIC, which started on 16th May 2008, and the University of Science and Technology, Ifaki-Ekiti, UST, which started on 21st December 2009, were merged and named Ekiti State University at Ado-Ekiti, Eksu. Since the inception of the university, it has had 8 substantive vice-chancellors at the saddle. The pioneer Vice-Chancellor Professor Ifedayo Oladapo, a distinguished professor of structural engineering from the University of Lagos, was in charge from 1st April 1982 to 30th March 1990. He was succeeded by Professor Oluwambe Bodunrin, a professor of philosophy from the University of Ibadan, who took over on the 1st of April 1990. Professor Akin Oyebode, a professor of international law and jurisprudence from University of Lagos, was the 3rd Vice-Chancellor from 20th March 2000 to 19th March 2004. The 4th Vice-Chancellor, Professor Israel Olatunji Oruboloye, assumed duty on 20th March 2004, pioneering as the first staff of the university to become a substantive Vice-Chancellor, completing his tenure in March 2008. The 5th Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dipo Kolawole, assumed duty on 19th March 2009 to 11th May 2011. He was succeeded by Professor Patrick Oladipo Aina, a professor of soil physics, on 2nd December 2011, completing his tenure on 1st December 2015. He handed over on 2nd December 2015 to a professor of tests and measurement, Professor Samuel Oyebandele, as the 7th substantive Vice-Chancellor. However, in 2018, the visitor to the university and governor of Ekiti State, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, constituted a visitation panel on Ekiti State University. Arising from the consideration of report of the visitation panel, a change in the leadership of the university was effected on 22nd January 2019, with Professor Mrs. Olubomi Ajayi inaugurated as the acting Vice-Chancellor on 24th January 2019. And in August 2019, Professor Edward Olanipekun, a professor of industrial chemistry, was appointed as the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor.
Assumed office as the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor of the State University in August 2019.
Up to date, the university has equally enjoyed wealth of experience from 4 different chancellors. They are His Royal Majesty, late Dr. Oba Festus Ibidapo Adesanya Oshemawe of Ondo Kingdom, 1982 to 2004. His Royal Majesty, late Dr. Oba Adedapo Popola Ori of Otun, 2005 to 2010. His Excellency, late Evangelist Bamidele Olumilua, former Governor of Old Ondo State, 2011 to 2014. His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Adegoke Olu Adeyemi the Alara of Aramoko, 2015 to 2018, and His Royal Majesty Mohammed Sanusi Lamido of Kano Emirate, 2019 till date.
By the power vested in me as Chancellor, I hereby constitute this assembly as a convocation of the Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, for the conferment of first degrees and the award of diplomas and presentation of prizes of the university.
Besides, there have been 11 pro-chancellors who have equally enriched the institution from the wealth of wisdom and knowledge. They had Chief B.A. Ajayi 1982 to 1984, Professor J.F. Adeajayi 1984 to 1988, Chief Augustus Adebayo 1988 to 1989, Dr. Nathaniel F. Ajayi 2000 to 2002, Chief Architect I. Folahalade 2003, Chief Dr. Akin Omoboriwo 2003 to 2007, Professor Peter O. Adeniyi 2008 to 2010, Professor Akinjide Oshintokun 2011 to 2014, Prince Adedayo Adeyeye 2015 to 2017, Dele Adeshina, Senior Advocate of Nigeria 2017 to 2018, Professor Bamitale Omole 2019 till date.
Next 40 years. I'm not going to be around in the next 40 years. I will have gone to meet my maker in any case. That's why I said I'm not a prophet. But if you take ad indices, things we see now, if Eksu can improve upon what they are doing now, I can see Eksu in the next 40 years being a great university that is celebrated all over the world.
Right from the inception of the university, the successive visitors strove to bequeath landmarks that could etch their names in administration on the sands of time. Chief Michael Adekunle Ajashin, the progenitor of the university, showed great courage and foresight in spite of the positive fund occasioned by the economic recession at the time. He sacrificially and boldly committed scarce resources to engage in quality manpower and basic infrastructure to enable its takeoff.
As a new school, when I was matriculating the students, in fact, I gave a very prophetic statement because I told them they will not find it easy. Like Yoruba said, anytime about it for real for long. I said they should not imitate other students from other universities because ours is a unique one. And like I said to myself, I said when they come out, they will be toughened up like people who started the place, who weathered all the sun, who did all the pioneering work and so on. So that was another challenge. Then the third one was that the university started as non-residential. It was the first of its type in this country. And students didn't like it much. They were looking at their counterparts in other universities who are in hostels, who are doing this, who are doing that. They were living outside as pioneers. But in the end, when they graduated and they were in the NYSC, they became very happy in that they won all the awards as a best platoon leader, best this, best that, because they had been toughened up staying outside campus. So NYSC problem, it wasn't a problem to them because they have been used to it as a pioneer to them. So many of them now who came out and they were winning prizes, they are very happy.
40 years of the ladder, through thick and thin, Ekiti State University has come of age with landmark achievements in social infrastructural development, academic height, quality middle level and high level training in manpower development and output, innovations and breakthroughs both in research and innovative solutions to challenges facing the society.
I'm Dipokola Ole, former Vice Chancellor, now Ekiti, University of Ado, now Ekiti State University, Ado Ekiti. I assumed office as Vice Chancellor on March 2009. But earlier I had been the acting Vice Chancellor for a year, and prior to that I'd been Deputy Vice Chancellor. And I knew I had a responsibility to make a difference. Even as acting Vice Chancellor, I started making that difference. And I thank God that He gave me the enablement and the capacity and capability to make the difference.
From 3 faculties in 1982 Ekiti State University today parades 11 faculties made up of 51 departments and about 71 academic programs, College of Medicine and School of Postgraduate Studies.
We're trying to make the issue of request and processing of transcripts seamless. We're trying to make sure that everything is done online, and we're trying to more or less to float so many courses online. Like artificial intelligence, robotics, and the likes, that people can actually enroll in online without necessarily coming, to EKITI, wherever you are, on the face of the globe, and so many other things that we're doing. Of course, we also intend to more or less to have some other regular degree programs too, come on board, God willing, as soon as possible. So, like I said, we have cause to thank the God for where we are now.
My name is Alade Emmanuel Kendi, popularly radically known as Alade, the president of Ekiti State University, the student union president. The student union is a body that is set up to also assist the management in talking to students, relating to students. But with this time of this vice chancellor, we have the Professor Edward Olanekpekun. He has been trying best. We have 100% relationship between the student and the management of the university.
To celebrate its 40th anniversary, to the administration, like the administrative body, I would say they should keep up with the good work. To the students, I would say that they should try their best to be good ambassadors of the school and their parents.
Life is often said begins at 40. This aphorism is perhaps a truism for Ekiti State University, as the current administration under Governor Kayode Fayemi is making hay while the sun shines.
Anyone who knows the challenges this university has experienced with managing its portal over the last few years would know that this is the most significant and most profound development in the university.
An enabling environment has been created by the present administration for scholarly presentation of inaugural lectures.
Universities are supposed to be where knowledge is being generated and where knowledge is being disseminated. And the most valuable currency in the university these days is about academic integrity. And so this administration focused majorly on redeeming the academic integrity of Ekiti State University since it came on board. And what we did was to focus majorly on program development. We did a review of the curriculum of our programs such that it will be able to face the current contemporary challenges that we are facing in the country. And in that same vein, the university presently had about 81 programs, and out of the 81 programs, we have 67 of them with full accreditation status, 1 interim, and 30 new programs that we have added, such that we can be able to face these current challenges, are about being maturing now, and within the next couple of months, they'll be ready for accreditation. So that's the 13 that is awaiting accreditation. But beside that, what this administration has been able to do is to create a conducive learning and teaching environment. We've encouraged regular delivery of seminars, faculty seminars, departmental seminars, and also inaugural lectures. Since 2019, when this Vice Chancellor assumed office, till now, we've had about 12 of our professors delivering the inaugural lectures. If not for this strike, we will have had about 2, making about 14. So all this together is to encourage scholarship among staff and students.
The university has equally been able to produce 3 sets of medical doctors with induction ceremonies supervised by the Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. The institution has also enjoyed robust academic endorsement with accreditation of its various academic programs by Council for the Regulation of Engineering (COREN), Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria (MDCN), Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria (NMCN), Council for Legal Education, and National Institute of Animal Science.
Well, by the grace of God, as at today, the university did not have any denied accreditation. Out of the 81, we have 67 accredited, full accreditation, and that is 82.7%. We have one with interim accreditation, and that is 1.23%. The remaining 13 courses are new programs that have not matured for accreditation. So as of today, Eksu is a trailblazer. All our programs are fully accredited by the NUC. And concerning professional accreditation, we are not doing badly. All our professional programs are accredited, COREN, Society of Animal Science, ICANN, and so on. All. One of the basic essence of establishment of our institution in Nigeria is production of skilled manpowers, either at middle level or at higher level. Today, you have products of Eksu all over the globe doing fantastically well. In Nigeria as of today, out of over 200 universities, the university Eksu has 6 registrars of Nigerian universities. The university has also produced many vice chancellors for other universities. Just about 3 weeks ago, another one was appointed a vice chancellor. I'm not talking of polytechnics, I'm not talking of monotechnics. The university had gone far. I congratulate my university. I am one of the very few lucky ones. I was an undergraduate when the university was 10. Today, by God's grace and providence, at 40, I am the registrar of the university.
The establishment of the University Staff School is also another stride.
Talking about competent teachers, the staff school still has the best crop of teachers, because I'm sure I was there like few months back, and even some of the teachers that taught me back then in the 80s are still in the school now, and with their wealth of experience, I know that school is enjoying great benefits, and I'm sure the students too are happy to be students of that school presently. I want to actually felicitate with the governing council, the management and staff of EKITI State University, and I wish them more productive years, more excellent years. I pray that that school will not reign in old glory, that the Lord himself will make that school bloom, that school will flourish and will blossom. I want to pray that, I know every institution has needs, especially at a peculiar time like this, the ASU, SANU, NASU, that the Lord himself will minister to that place and bring back the glory and a greater glory. Happy 40th anniversary to EKITI State University. We are proud to be part of that celebration, glad to be part of the success, and we pray greater and greater wins for the institution.
Now, the EKITI State University International College has been established at Afao, Ekiti, a dream come true after 40 years of existence. As an ivory tower justifying the vision of being one of the best institutions of higher learning in the world, the university has made giant leaps in the academics. There are numerous products of the institution proving their mettle at the national and global scene. Akinsami Falaki, an alumnus, was recently named the Banker of the Year. Lagos State honored 3 alumni with the Lagos State Teachers Merit Award. 2 alumni, while serving on the National Youth Service Corps scheme in the university, developed a robust portal for the computation of results, transcripts, certificates, and others.
My name is Engineer Tipo Banishayo, EKITI State University Alumni Association President. The university over the years have turned out great personalities. And so, the role of the alumni association can never be overemphasized. The relationship between the university and the alumni in the last couple of years, in the last 15, 20 years, has indeed been a very, very cordial relationship. We started there. And that place that is the campus now was more or less a jungle. And students used to trek down at very many times to that campus. Today, that campus is a mini city by our own definition, because we know that it's becoming one very, very soon. So there has been a sort of tremendous transformation in that university. Anybody that was there 7-8 years ago and now just suddenly comes there now will likely miss his way.
I must congratulate the chairman of council and members of the governing council of Ekiti State University. I also want to congratulate the president of Alumni Association, the global president, Engineer Dipo Bamishaye, for witnessing this. Let me congratulate the senate of the university, the members of the management team under the leadership of our own Professor Ediola Nebekun. He is a man we have great respect for. I will continue to respect him in that office. We want to thank him for all he has been doing. I cannot but thank the workers of the university. They are most important to me because they are the ones doing the job. Let me congratulate the academic staffs of that university. Let me congratulate the non-academic staff, especially my very good comrade Aguda. The guy is leading well and we are proud of him. I congratulate all product of that university. We are going to make that university great by the special grace of God. I thank you.
The university is also doing well in sports, with Tosin Oribamishe, a tennis sensational, writing the name of the university in gold in the world of sports, where she has won many gold medals. At 40, the university can boast of sprawling classroom buildings and office accommodation, including lecture theaters of 3,000 capacities. The Central Library of the university is reputed as one of the best in Nigeria, with the state-of-the-art facilities including electronic library. While equipped ICT laboratory with wireless internet connection in the Ifaki campus and growing ICT laboratory in the main campus. An emerging business venture promises to contribute tremendously to the fortune of the institution.
It is clear, very clear, that not only is this administration so focused on raising the bar for the university, such that maybe in another couple of 2 years, we will at least be among the first 10. As per State University, we're number 3. So this is part of the development program, and I'm sure you visited our university before. You need to see the infrastructural development such that any visitor to that university will know straight away these people are in real business. We've developed structurally, we've developed in terms of town and gown relationship, we've developed in terms of even intervening in various government programs. A lot of our staff are in the lineup of the present state administration, and that to me is a huge boost. Developmental wise also, our students have not lagged behind. Even as I'm speaking to you, a lot of them are out there doing the Nuga games, and I'm sure they're going to come home with medals. More and more and more like that have been the story in terms of what we bring to bear on the development focus, the development mission of the present administration.
At 40, Ekiti State University is growing stronger and better, widening its capacity to take the world by surprise. A commitment to improving the academic standard of the university as well as its infrastructural facilities has seen the Vice Chancellor, Professor Edward Olanipekun, attracting 2 reputable investors for the provision of accommodation for both staff and students on campus. A project facilitated by the visitor to the university, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, with an MOU for the construction of a 6,000 capacity hostel. Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi was represented by his deputy Otumba Bisi Egbeyemi at the turning of the sword, a double ceremony which also involved the Entrepreneurial Studies Center, a center that has been completed. For Ekiti State University, it is a season of development and expansion as it has just taken delivery of the completed TED Fund-sponsored twin lecture theatres constructed in the faculties of Arts, Agricultural Sciences and Engineering. Ranked 14th in Nigeria among all federal, state and private universities and the third best state university in Nigeria, the Vice Chancellor Professor Edward Olanipekun is buoyed by a mission to improve the academic content of the school, stating that the best way to improve the visibility of an academic institution is the quality of the input in terms of research from members of its academic staff. This is an area where we have to build capacity.
Recently, so many of our staff were elevated to various positions, and for instance, at the last council, about 30 people were elevated to the position of professors, while about 41 were elevated to the position of leader. And of course, the non-teaching staff also has some of their members, elevated, to the position of director, deputy directors, deputy boss, deputy registrar, and
4 decades of existence, no doubt, is a monumental landmark of retrospection, introspection, and projection, with the unveiling of a symbolic 40th anniversary logo to inspire to the future. High point of the epoch event includes the 25th and 26th convocation ceremonies, where the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, delivering the convocation lecture, just as long service awards are given. Looking forward, Ekiti State University at Ekiti is set to positively impact the world.
Hail, hail, Ekiti State University. Lofty vision, which our fathers bore. Blessed be thy diligence, most of thy great dedication and passion for knowledge, honor, and service. Eksu, Eksu, Eksu. Shining all space, I say shine. The goal is clear to best the best race. For strength that builds our nation. Hail, hail, Ekiti State University. Lofty vision, which our fathers bore. Blessed be thy diligence, most of thy great dedication and passion for knowledge, honor, and service. Eksu, Eksu, Eksu. Shining all space, I say shine. The goal is clear to best the best race. For strength that builds our nation. Honor and service. Eksu, Eksu, Eksu. Shining